Vicky Marie. Now then, let me just take this banner off. I want to start this live by saying a prayer, because this case of Jay Slater gone missing in Tenerife, I've just been praying constantly because I really think there's hopes that this boy will be found safe and well. So Jay Slater went missing in Tenerife. He's a 19-year-old boy from the UK. He went missing while he was on holiday in Tenerife. Let's have a look at a photo of him. And we're going to see what updates we can find today. And also I've got some news to read you from the Spanish news about this. So this is Jay, and he's just a 19-year-old who was on holiday enjoying himself, went to a music festival, but unfortunately made a rash decision in thinking he could walk home, not realizing how far away he was from where he was staying, not realizing he only had 1% battery on his phone. He had no water. Of course, it's hot. It's summertime. So what we'll be talking about in this video are a few things that I want you to know, which I'm sure a lot of you do know, but I just want to remind people, and especially maybe you're not going on holiday to somewhere hot this year in the summer, but young people that you know, try and warn them. I know it's difficult because young people don't listen to what older people have to say. I know that. I was exactly like that myself. But it's just important because people go on holiday, they put on their holiday head, they do things they would not do if they were in their locality. And it doesn't always lead to something as dramatic as this missing person. It can lead to robberies, it can lead to mugging. You know, people must not think that just because they're going on holiday, there's no crime or there's no problems. I don't want to terrify people against going on holiday, but I just want people to be aware that especially tourist locations, they are a target for bad people. Because, you know people will have money, they'll have maybe cameras or, you know, iPhones, iPads, they'll have spending money, etc. Tourist places are, you know, pickpockets, etc. So not even necessarily as dramatic as this poor guy who's gone missing. But, you know, just keep your head with you when you go on holiday. And I know it's easy, you go on holiday, you have a few drinks, you're having a good time, it's all sun shining, everything feels nice, you don't think anything can go wrong. Things do go wrong. Make sure you've got holiday insurance as well for a start, especially now with Brexit and everything. You're not covered the same that you used to be. If you're British, for people of other nationalities, it will have always been the same. You will have had to have taken out holiday insurance. But, you know, for Brits now, you travel abroad, you may as well be traveling from Africa or somewhere, because you don't, you know, you need to make sure you're covered by everything, you know, every eventuality. You might get ill, you know, you might need a hospital treatment, you might need an operation even when you're on holiday. You've got to think of it. So take out your holiday insurance. Anyway, so going back to Jay, this is Jay, bless his heart. And I'm going to say a little prayer now. I'm going to light the candle and I'm going to say a prayer for Jay. Now, I know that not all of you that are on here maybe are religious, so it doesn't matter about religion. I'm going to say the prayer. This prayer's got no denomination. I'm not a religious person, but I do believe in God. You can just put even if you just put hearts in the chat or candles or prayers or something, you don't have to be religious to pray for this boy. I can't get him out of my mind, honestly, because to me this could have been my son. I think that's for those of us, you know, who've got young adult children, if you like, and then they're fledglings, aren't they? They're going out into the world. Jay was on holiday on his own for the first time, you know, and you can't stop them going on their own with their friends when they're 19 years old. But it's such a fine line between being a child and then being an adult. But we know they're not an adult. We know that now. We all thought we were adults when we were his age. But of course, now when I look back, I didn't know anything, but I thought I knew everything. So I'm going to read this prayer out, and I hope we'll all pray one way or another. Doesn't matter whether, you don't have to be religious. Doesn't even matter if you believe in God. Just pray to whoever that this boy is found. So let me find the prayer. Okay, so I'm going to light the candle first. And today's candle is specifically for Jay and everybody who needs it, but specifically for Jay Slater, let's hope. The Spanish authorities, they're out looking for him. They're very good. So, he's young. It's only been a couple of days. He's still, he needs water, of course. But I just keep hoping he's just going to, imagine he's just going to walk into some village somewhere and, or they're just going to happen upon him. And even if he's injured, at least they'll find him. Okay, so divine, sorry, I'm going to pray. I don't know why I'm saying sorry. I'm not sorry. Divine Father, in this time of uncertainty and worry, I come before you with a heavy heart, seeking your divine intervention. You, who know all things, are aware of the one who is missing, and you comprehend the anguish that fills our souls. Now, we can include Sebastian Rogers in this as well, because he's also missing. So guide us in our search and lead us to the whereabouts of our beloved. Well, of course, he's not our beloved because we don't know him in that sense, but he's our beloved that we feel the empathy for him. So in the whereabouts of Jay, this is the most important part of the prayer for me. Surround them with your infinite protection. Keep them safe from harm and danger. Grant wisdom and discernment to those involved in the search efforts, that they may uncover any clues or traces that will bring us closer to Jay and Sebastian and restore them to our embrace. Lord, we pray for Jay and Sebastian's strength and courage during this ordeal. Comfort their heart, wipe away their tears, reassure them of your unwavering presence. Ease the worries. Ease the worries of all who are affected by this absence, replacing fear with overwhelming peace and hope in your divine plan. So we offer this prayer with utmost faith, knowing that you are the God who performs miracles. May your guiding light shine upon us, illuminating the path that will reunite Jay and Sebastian with their families. In your merciful and loving name, we pray. Amen. Now, I don't know if you believe in the power of prayer or not, but one thing I do know is it can't do any harm. It's the power of prayer. It's the energy. If you don't believe in God, the energy that you can send out by praying for someone is quite significant, I believe, anyway. So, amen. So we're going to I want to look at some of the articles. Now, I keep checking all the time. I'm checking Sky News to see if there's any other news. I'll just check one more time before we start properly because I want to say hello to everybody. No, it's no news at the moment, but no news can be good news as well. So we've got to be aware of that. Okay, so I'm just going to take Jay's photo off for a minute while I come on and say hello to everyone. Thank you all for being here, by the way. Oh, so Michelle's become a member. Thank you, Michelle. We'll welcome you properly tomorrow night in the Thursday Live. Thank you very much for that. Yay. Hi, Carla. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Maria. Yeah, young boys. Hi, Heather. Yeah. So because we're going to look also at something else that has happened not that far from me in Alicante. crimes happen in Spain, just like they happen everywhere else. But Spain is a holiday destination, and I've seen it so many times with my family, with my friends. They come over with their holiday head, as I call it. I try and give them warnings, don't leave your door unlocked, because we tend to have these grills on reccas, they're called in Spanish, on the doors and on the windows. And people think they can leave their door open as long as they close this grill, but they can't, because they put fishing rods in and sort of hook out their bags and their possessions. These are organised gangs. They're not, it's just not Fred Bloggs walking past and thinking, oh, look at that, I'll steal that. Not opportunists, they're organised gangs, and they target holiday spots because these are lucrative places. So please, I just want people to know that it's not this sort of utopia where nothing ever happens. All the same things happen, just it's sunny. That's all. Hi, Laurie. Yeah. So he's not a backpacker. He was on his holiday with his friends. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady, for Jay. Yeah. Hi, Fragaria. Hi, Ocean. Okay, so, and again, thank you so much, Michelle, for joining. I can put that down now. Okay, so we're going to have a look at a Sun article first, because apparently, because he knows this lady, she used to be in Coronation Street. For those of you who are not the UK, but I think actually Coronation Street is probably shown in different countries as well. Coronation Street is a soap opera in the UK, and this lady is a star of Coronation Street, and she has begged her fans to pray for missing Jay Slater as the police are combing Tenerife for him. So Vicky Entwistle, who used to play Janice in the ITV soap, shared this post today as Jay's grandma flew out to join the search. So far, that's Jay's mum, Jay's older brother Jack, and now Jay's grandma have flown out to join the search, or to be there. And this is the actress who played Janice Battersby. Now, I'm going to see if I can, I don't know if I can contact this family, but because I can offer help with translation, at least interpreting. I'm not near Tenerife, but, you can still do things over the phone by Zoom if they need help with dealing with the authorities, etc., language-wise. I can offer that to them. If anybody is watching who does know them, or please let them know that. So this is Jay. He's 19 years old, and he vanished in Tenerife after spending the night with new friends. So it seems like he was there with his friends at this music festival that he went to. He, somehow got sort of said he was going off with these new friends, like what young people do, don't they? Make friends quickly, suddenly everyone's your friend, or you meet them once and they're your best friend. So he's gone off, but he's misjudged how far it was for him to walk back to where he was staying. That's basically, I think, what's happened, isn't it? And this is the sort of location, dear me. So you can see how many, gosh, it seems like just lately we've been looking at all these rugged terrains. It looks a bit better than the Greek terrain that we looked at, when Michael Mosley went missing. Now, that was a different thing for Michael, because Michael, he knew the area, didn't he? It sounds like he knew where he was going, but maybe he took a wrong turn, or maybe he just misjudged how fit he was, because it was 46 degrees, the heat, because sometimes people misjudge the heat as well. So Michael went missing in a different terrain to this, similar in some ways. This terrain looks a little bit greener. Maybe there are trees. Maybe there are trees that he could shelter under, etc. I hope so. But he will have got hopelessly lost, I think. I still feel really hopeful that he will be found okay. It's just a question. See, the trouble is, if he's moving around, it's harder for the search teams to find him, isn't it? Because, you know, he needs to stay in one place. But, you know, there's so many things. Or make some sort of a sign with rocks like help. You know, he could spell that out on the floor so that a drone could see it or a helicopter could see it. There are possibilities here. I've not completely lost hope with this one yet, because he's a young lad as well, so he'd be fit and healthy. And although, you know, he hasn't had water for a couple of days, he may even have found water. I don't know if there's any water there or not, but there's a possibility. I think there's a strong possibility in my eyes that this boy is still alive. So, yeah, here's Spain and Tenerife, you see. Although I'm here in Spain, but Tenerife is more Africa. So it will be hot. It will be hot. So the last known location of him was in this Parque Rural. You know, it's well, the Guardia Civil are searching for him. Everyone's searching for him. All the authorities are searching for him. So I'm going to read you out a Spanish article in a moment, what they've got to say about it. And we just got to hope they are efficient. I'm sure they will find him. So he's from Lancashire. He was on the island for a music festival, and he vanished after making a desperate phone call to his friends, saying he was in the middle of nowhere. How scary for him. You know, my heart just is breaking over this boy. I please God, let him be okay, because he'll be scared. And when and if he's found, and I really do feel that he could well be found. Maybe today will be the day. That'll be an ordeal that he's gone through. He'll need some treatment, dehydration, etc. But I do feel that because of his age, and if he, you know, but maybe just learns to sit in the same place and, you know, under some shade, he may well survive. So he spent Sunday night with pals he had just met before disappearing on his way home in the morning. And Vicky, the actress, shared one of the missing posters circulating online, adding, "My godmother's grandson has gone missing." So it's her godmother's grandson. His mother has flown out at 7 p.m. to join the police search. Hope to God they find him. Please pray for him. So any publicity from someone like this is good, you know, because the more pressure as well that's put on the authorities. I mean, believe me, I know what's the Spanish police like. A 19-year-old lad, they will be looking for him. You know, this Spanish, you know, this you couldn't turn around and say, oh, they don't care because he's British or anything like that. They'll be looking for him as hard as they possibly can, as if he was Spanish. Doesn't make any difference what his nationality is. So you see, there are people who are in Tenerife because there's a big expat community in Tenerife. I'm sharing this video with my because I'm a Spanish teacher. I'm sharing my video with my Spanish YouTube as well, because there may be somebody who's in Tenerife who can go out and help or do something, whatever. I mean, you just don't know what people can do to help. So his last known location was Tenno Rural Park in the northwest of Tenerife. Now, it's a popular hiking spot, it says here, so that's a good sign. So surely there'll be hikers out there in the mornings at least. I mean, the Spanish won't go out there hiking in the afternoons. Not now it's hot, but I expect in the morning there are still a lot of hikers. So he was last heard from at 8 a.m. on Monday morning. And we're only on Wednesday, so it's only been 2 days. So there's still hope. When he made a frantic call to a friend saying he was lost, he needed water and he had 1% battery left on his phone. Okay, now I want to look at a Spanish article about this, which obviously I'm going to translate for you. Oh, this is a little video. Let's just have a look at the video first. So this is the scene. You know, so I'm hopeful because somebody may well be hiking up there and find him. And I don't mean find his body. I mean find him alive. Oh God, it's a bit desolate, isn't it? Oh, Jay. Oh, look, they've got the drones going, though. I suppose the trouble with the drones is if he has hidden under something for cover, it'd be more difficult to see. But wouldn't he hear the drones and come out and shout? So this is Jay with his mum and his brother Jack. Let's just watch that again. So he must have underestimated how far away he was. That's the trouble once you've had a drink and you just he set off the way he thought it was and he's got completely lost. Please God, just let it be there somewhere waiting to be rescued. Let's just hope he's there somewhere waiting to be rescued. So I wanted to read you what they're saying here. So I'm just going to read it in English. I don't need to read it in Spanish first, do I? Because you can see the Spanish there. So as the hours pass, the worry for knowing what's happened to the young British boy of 19 years old who disappeared in Tenerife. Jay Slater arrived for holidays in Tenerife with two friends to enjoy the NRG musical festival. And the last movement that we know about is that he went to the house of some people that he had met on the trip. Lucy, one of the friends with whom he arrived in Tenerife, commented that he had rang her about 8:50 in the morning on Monday. I'm getting my Spanglish is coming out a bit here, to tell her that he had got lost. He'd lost his way. So he didn't know where he was going. He also said he was very thirsty and he only had 1% of battery. So I'm presuming that they can track that. They've gone to that place where he was. He should have stayed there, of course, in that spot where his phone last pinged. That's what I would advise anybody if you ever find yourself in this position, or somebody rings you who's in this position, which I hope will never happen, but you never know, to tell them to not move from the spot because the police can, work out exactly where they were and they can go to that spot. Can't they do this? Somebody mentioned in a comment that they can do these 3 words thing. I don't really understand about that, but I know a lot of you do understand about that. So thanks to the localization of his mobile, they can situate him for the last time in the rural park of Teno in the municipality of Buena Vista del Norte. The friend said that the apartment that he had gone to was in the middle of nowhere, referring to that zone on the island, but it's popular with walkers or ramblers, I suppose. The people with whom he'd spent the night confirmed the version, that same version, that he had gone home. He'd left the house to look for public transport. So he'd left the house to take the public transport. His mother Debbie and his older brother Jack arrived in Tenerife in a flight that left England on Monday at 7 in the evening. In the first declarations, that the mother said that she was there because she was there and she was out of her mind because of the worry that she was feeling after the disappearance of her oldest son. Her youngest son. She had only been on the island 10 minutes and she had already spoken with the British Embassy that she said have been really good up to now. So she's getting support, at least from the British Embassy. The Guardia Civil is looking for him since Monday night, the moment that they found out he was missing. So these are the groups that are helping out. So it's the Grupo de Respuesta e Intervención en Montaña. So that's really the mountain rescue, isn't it? And the helicopter unit, Unidad de Helicópteros, and patrols, civilian security patrols. In these moments, they are active in Masca. Masca must be a place. So they're active in Masca and its surroundings, especially in the peak of Baracan. So that these are just parts in that park. Also, there are drones, fire, the fire brigade and the civil protection, Protección Civil. So apparently he did not know, Jay did not know that it was 10 hours on foot to go from where he was to where he was trying to get to. And Debbie explained that it seems like the security forces are taking the case very seriously, but nothing is enough when your youngest son disappears. Also, despite the young man being 3 days in the festival, because he's been 3 days at a music festival, so he will have been a little bit hydrated anyway, probably, and he's consumed quite a bit of alcohol. And she said that he had chatted with some friends on Snapchat before disappearing, but he seemed that he was in full use of his faculties. So that's good. So it seems like by then, he wasn't drunk by then. So it's not so much like Riley Strain, for example, who unfortunately, he was at the peak of his, he was just so drunk when he disappeared. And of course, he fell into the river, or that's how it looks, that he fell into the river. I personally think he fell into the river. I don't think there was any foul play with Riley, but, I could be proved wrong in the future. So this guy, though, he's sort of woken up from the 3 days at the fiesta and that, so he is in possession of his faculties. That's a good sign. He's just probably completely lost. I really do feel they're going to find him. Anyway, he was staying in Las Americas. Probably a lot of you know this area in Tenerife. Tenerife is a very popular holiday destination because the weather, it's even better in Tenerife, if you like, than mainland Spain. The climate is known for being nice all the year round. So his mother considers that it's just a question of his disorientation and lack of knowledge of the island. It was his first time there, and he did not know that it was 10 hours on foot from where he disappeared up to the place where he was staying. So he probably thought, it's just an hour's walk away, or he thought he'd be able to get a bus or an Uber or something. And of course, you can't. So I really do feel he's going to be found okay somewhere. Anyway, and she said, I feel an enormous worry for the disappearance of my son. but the emergency teams are doing a good job. So that's what she says. Oops. Also, citizens have included themselves in the case as much on the island as from the United Kingdom, where he comes from. In the last few hours, at least 22,000 people have participated in a Facebook group created to update the latest updates on in the missing person Jay. Various users are sharing images of a time lapse. What? Various images. Various users are sharing images of a time lapse in which there was a figure which could be a body. What? But it's not true that it's been confirmed that it was seen. What? So the capturas podrían ser una realidad un objeto. So apparently there's always someone, they've found some picture of an object between bushes, but it appears that it's too small to be, too big to be a person. Yeah, because although the Facebook groups and etc., things like that, they're good in one way because they raise awareness. But of course, you get a load of shite on there as well, don't you, unfortunately? I wonder if I can get onto the Facebook group. Here we go. Jay Slater missing only official group. I'm going to try and join the group. I've joined it anyway, so. All right, I'll have a look at that on another video. Okay, I think, well, and that's, I don't know if I can contact Jay's mum through there just to offer help with translations and things. That's one thing I can help with, is interpreting. Even though I'm a long way from there, but I can help with it. What's this? Left hand side, halfway up. Sorry, this is the first time I've seen this. I didn't know about this. This is a webcam in vivo. Anyway, I need to look at that on another time because I've got the video prepared for today, but I will look into that. So there's some light. And what's this? Hang on. I'm looking at this here. Okay, I will look at that another time, but not now. But I think this seems to be circled for some reason. It just looks like a rock to me. But we know from the Michael Mosley case, it's very difficult to make out people. It took a, gosh, he was there all the time, wasn't he? Right near the cafeteria, but he'd sort of fallen in a place where it was difficult to see. So, anyway. Hope that isn't him. I hope that isn't Jay. But I'll look at that at another time. Did I share that? Oh, I don't think I shared the Facebook, did I? Sorry. So I just want to show you, this is the Facebook page. And these are, I meant to show this before, but it looks like I wasn't. So this is a photo that people are thinking. Okay, that's safe. We're going to look at that another time. I need to have a good look at that. Let's get back to this. Okay, so we'll see. I prefer to, instead of listening to what Facebook says, because on these Facebook groups, you do see a lot of rubbish, as well as sometimes there's good things, but people, you know, they get a bit carried away sometimes. They're thinking it's not always helpful. Then, so listen to this. What is wrong with people? So people, Debbie has received calls from people with a Northern British accent from various hidden numbers making jokes about it. What is wrong with people? I mean, seriously, you know, look at yourself. What are you offering to the world? That you're, when somebody's son goes missing, you're ringing them and making jokes about it and saying you've kidnapped them, etc. There's some sick people out there, some very sick people out there. I was just so angry when I read this. I can't even tell you how angry I am. So in these phone calls, they say that they have her son retenido, like they've kidnapped her son because he owes them money. You know, things like that. What is wrong with you? Seriously, have a look at yourself. You people that are doing things like that, what sort of a person would do that? So some of the telephone calls that I've received are horrible. It's not, I just don't know why people want to do things like this. It's repugnant. However, she revealed that she's not disencouraged. She's not, I don't know if that's even an English word. I'm sort of translating it from the Spanish. She's not put off, and she wants to find her small, her little boy, if you like, her little child happy and healthy. Well, I'll tell you what, those people out there that are doing that, phoning her and making jokes about it, or saying that they've kidnapped him because he owes money, you know, just get a grip on yourself. You bring in so much bad karma to yourself, it's untrue. Okay, let me put a few windows down and then I'm going to come back to the chat and see you're all okay. Okay, looks like you're all okay here. So we're all praying. We're all praying. Really do feel he's going to be found. Please, today, please, God, let him be found today. Please, please, God. Now, the other thing I wanted to tell you about is, again, going back to this theme that I'm trying to push on to everybody. When you go on holiday, because we're coming up to the holiday season, you know, lots of you will have holidays planned all over the world. And lots of you, if you're living in a cold country, you'll be hoping to get away somewhere into the sun, and you'll be looking forward to it. Make sure you've got insurance. Make sure you don't just take your holiday head with you. Take your proper head. Take your head that you use wherever you live. You know, you're careful, aren't you, in your own environment? You lock your doors, you close your windows, you put your money in different places so you don't lose it all. These are all things that you should do when you're in. I'm using Spain as an example, but it could be anywhere. Spain is one of the most popular destinations in the world. So not only for British people, for all nationalities, everybody wants to come to Spain. It's the most popular holiday. You know, the Russians come here, the Nordics come here, the Scandis, the Germans, the French, everyone wants to come to Spain on holiday. It's a popular holiday destination, but there's problems in Spain just like there's problems everywhere else. So, you know, you just have to be aware of this. And if you're going to a tourist destination, even more so. You know, as I was saying earlier, these tourist destinations, they are targeted by thieves, and there are organized groups of thieves. You know, they know there'll be tourists. They know that these tourists will have their holiday heads on and won't be as aware as they would be if they were at home. They know they'll have spare money. They know they'll have, they're not interested in passports and things like that. Nobody wants a British passport nowadays anyway, certainly not a British one. But they never were, because they don't want anything with your name on. They just want the cash. They don't even really want cards, because what can you do with a card? A card is a link to you. You know, if they go and try and use it, they don't know the PIN number, etc. They want easily accessible things that they can sell quickly, or money that they can spend quickly, phones, etc. Even clothes. They're more likely to take your clothes, your trainers, than they are to take your passport or your credit cards. So my advice is, if you go to the beach, for example, just take a little bit of cash with you. Don't take all your belongings with you to the beach with all your holiday money. You might be worried about leaving it in the apartment, but you're better off leaving it in the apartment in a good hiding place than you are, you know, to take it to the beach. Because if your bag gets stolen, you know, that's it. You've lost everything. The other thing I always used to do when I go, and I still do when I go to the beach, keep your keys separate from your bag. Because if they take your bag, if they manage to get hold of your bag, you don't want them to take your car keys as well, you know, and then you can't get home or you can't do anything. Try and keep everything in separate places. Hide them under your towel. Put them in a plastic bag, bury a little hole in, because you want to go in the sea. If you want to go in the sea and have a swim, well, there are two. You can buy these waterproof sort of bum bags, if you like, that you can put your things in, your money in anyway. I won't put my phone in there. But or you can dig a little hole on the beach, put your things in a carrier bag or a zip up bag and bury them under the sand, and then put your towel over the top. You know, don't leave things obvious and easy to just pick up and take, because especially if the beach is busy, you know, there'll be people around there selling. You get the lucky men who are selling. I'm not saying they're the thieves necessarily. I'm just saying you get them, they distract you, and then you don't know who else is watching, comes while you're looking at the sunglasses from the lucky man, or whatever you're buying from the lucky man or woman. No, they're normally men, to be honest. Then you get, you know, somebody creeping up behind you, taking your bag. You've got to be as aware as you would be, just as if, you know, you were in wherever you come from, in the most dangerous part of where you live. Don't think that just because you're in a foreign country you can't get robbed, can't get your bag snatched. And also, you know, don't think that harm can't come to you if you go out and get drunk and you're walking home late at night and you've had too much to drink or whatever. You know, it's not safe. It's not safe to do that, not as a man or a woman. You know, just think about things, plan things just like you would if you were in your own country. Okay, so leading on from that, I wanted to show you some news we had here. So I don't cover much crime in Spain. I mean, I covered, you know, the kidnapping or the disappearance of Anna Knežević, because she disappeared from Madrid, and I went there, didn't I, on location. But really, I haven't covered many cases actually in Spain. I covered Amy Fitzpatrick, who is still, I would like to go there one day and see if I can find out any more of that, because Amy Fitzpatrick has still not been found, and she was just a young girl who disappeared, 15 years old. And, you know, one day I'd like to do some more with that case. But I wanted to show you this again, not to scare you, but just to let you know it's not, you know, just because it's Spain and it's sunny and it's holiday place, don't leave your sensible head at home. Bring your sensible head with you when you come on holiday, as well as your holiday head. So this is something that happened yesterday, I think. So a smoking headless torso, missing arms, legs and head, dumped on a popular Spanish holiday beach. Now, many of you will know Alicante. Any of you who ever come to Spain on holiday, you probably fly into Alicante, because Alicante, the area around it, is the most popular holiday spot in the south of Spain. It's the airport you would go to if you were going to Benidorm, you know, which of course is everybody, you know, most people know about Benidorm, even if they haven't been there, you know, because there was a TV series about it. There's been lots of things about Benidorm. And so Alicante is near Benidorm. And this is what's happened a couple of days ago. So a charred, headless torso, missing both arms and legs, has been discovered close to a popular Spanish holiday beach, frequented by Brits. Of course, this is LBC News, so they're mentioning Brits. But it's not only, it won't only be frequented by Brits, it will be frequented by all holidaymakers. So the body was still smoking and on fire when it was discovered by a passing jogger. Imagine going for a jog and finding that around 7:30 a.m. on Monday near Alicante, according to reports. The runner had been out in the La Serreta area. I don't know that area, to be honest, when he stumbled upon the charred body missing both arms, legs and a head. The smoking corpse was discovered at the side of a main road, with the runner immediately calling emergency services, and police were unable as yet to identify whether the torso belonged to a man or a woman. So a post-mortem will now take place, with officers using DNA to discover the identity of the individual. So if this is Serreta, this looks like a typical... Alicante doesn't look like that. It definitely doesn't. Well, some bits of it will. That's obviously, that photo's been taken in Alicante, but Alicante is the capital of the province of Alicante. It's a big city, and it's a modern city. You know, this, I don't know where they've taken these photos of the if you went to Alicante, you wouldn't see that. You'd have to look for a street like that. Most of Alicante, there's a lot of shopping there. There's a lovely paseo, you know, a lovely sort of esplanade walkway with lots of bars and restaurants. You know, it's a big sprawling city. It's not a quaint little village like it's made to look there. So it does look nice, but believe me, that is not typical Alicante. It's a big city, big roads, lots of traffic. So the discovery coincided with the preparations for the traditional bonfires of San Juan, a traditional Spanish regional festival that runs from June the 19th to 2004. So yeah, the bonfires, Las Hogueras, that's their big festival coming up. They jump over bonfires, they build big bonfires. So, you know, that's coming up. So Alicante, a tourist-friendly area in the southeast of Spain, is known for its winding streets. It's known for a lot more than that. Local police suspect the body may be connected to the drugs trade. So this is something that I wanted to bring up as well. You know, there's a lot over the years that I've lived in Spain. Something that's quite put me off going in. A lot of bodies have washed up on the beaches in the south of Spain, thought to be connected with drugs. You know, all this talk, you know, there's so much talk at the moment, isn't there, in all countries about immigrants and causing crime. You know, this is a problem in Spain. The main drugs cartels, if you like, in Spain are, you know, British, or they happen. There's a lot of drug trafficking, and a lot of British people come to Spain. You know, just as, you know, British people think of immigrants going to Britain and committing crime, which also is awful, but it happens the other way around as well. I can tell. I'm going to show you some cases in a moment. So the gruesome discovery is now being investigated by Spain's violent crime group, and the aerial media unit have also attended the scene as teams harness remote control drones in a bid to locate the remaining missing body parts. So this is more what Alicante looks like. There's a lot. Is that Alicante or Benidorm? No, I think that is Alicante. It's not a very good picture of Alicante because You know, it doesn't show the port. There's a lovely port there. There's lots of shopping centres. The shopping's really good in Alicante. I don't think that's neither of those pictures that they've shown, not that one or that one, is a good representation of what Alicante is like. It's a good place to go for the weekend. There's casinos, you know, there's lots of things to do in Alicante. So I don't think they're representing it very well there. But anyway, so another thing is that a suitcase was found, also discovered close to the body, and it was filled with clothes. It had also been set alight with forensic teams analysing the items for DNA. And who is this poor person? So the candle, we should say a prayer for them as well, for their family. Because whatever, even if it's drugs connected or whatever it is, that's still a poor soul who's lost their life in a very gruesome way. So where are we today? We're Wednesday. So the autopsy should have been performed yesterday, but they're now so detectives are now cross-referencing local missing persons reports in a bid to identify the body. So there you go. So I just want to. All I'm trying to show people is, you know, Spain is just like any other country. They have their problems, you know. It's not all just C, sangria and sex. Hi, Marcia. Thanks for joining. We've got Marcia becoming a member. Thank you so much. We'll welcome you properly tomorrow. Hi, Chumba. Hi, Ruth. Just see if I missed anybody else coming in. Hi, Wesley. If I missed you coming in and didn't say hello again, and I will come back to you. So yeah, so you know, this is I think I'm going to start doing some more Spanish cases, because obviously they're local, more local. It's harder to get information. You know, sometimes it's hard to get information, like it is in the UK. It's easier to get information in America. You know, so it's easier to do American cases. I know that sounds awful, but it is, because you can get information. Freedom of Information Act actually means what it says in America, whereas it feels like in Britain they keep whinging on saying they've got a Freedom of Information Act, but everything you ask for you don't get. You know, so it's, in the end, you think, God, the thing is, if you can't find out information, if they don't want you to hypothesize about things, they should let you have the real information, and then you're not making things up like a lot of people do. You know, anyway, that's a whole nother subject, isn't it? And I do, actually, on that note, I just wanted to say that in the Madeline Soto case, some of you might not know what this is, a case from America of a girl who was abused and murdered by a stepfather. I applied for some documents and I've been sent them, and they're so much better than the documents that I had before. So tonight I've prepared a live for tonight, going over the next stage of these documents that literally, you know, tell you everything about the case, and it's not redacted at all. So it's hard going because it's hard reading. But also, I hope it might make people feel a bit more sympathetic towards Jen Soto, because I know Jen is the mother, and she's getting all this. You know, she has been totally stupid, but I personally don't think she knew. I just think she's stupid, and I do feel sympathy for her, because don't forget, she has lost her daughter. She has lost her daughter. And she'll be feeling, I'm sure Jen Soto feels guilty enough as it is, doesn't need other people thinking she's guilty. And if she gets charged in the future, well, that's a whole nother thing. But as far as I can see at the moment, and then now reading these documents and other people's statements as well, I don't think Jen did know about it. Anyway, I just want to show you one more thing before I go. I feel like I'm frightening everyone to death, stopping them. Don't want to stop you coming to Spain. I just want to make you alert when you come to Spain. I just want you to make you alert be careful. So yeah, we had a spate a few years ago. This is what's put me off swimming in the sea. I used to swim in the sea a lot, but we had a spate. Seemed like one after the other bodies were being found on, you know, in the beaches along Alicante and up the coast. Of course, we do have migrants get washed up on the beaches as well, but these particular this particular spate of bodies that I'm thinking of, I mean, we get a lot of migrants. Unfortunately, their bodies do get washed up. We had a baby's body washed up, but these people were not accidental deaths because they were wrapped in sacks and, you know, duct tape around them. You know, these were murders, and it was thought that they were to do with drugs gangs. See if I can find it. I found it earlier. Oh God, there's another one in 2023. A headless body washes up on Marbella Beach. The trouble is, once you start looking at it, you oh God, headless man, headless woman on Marbella Beach. Bloody hell. Sorry. I mean, this is a problem. Once you start looking at it, you find loads. You know, so this is Marbella Beach, this one. Headless woman found on a beach in Marbella. Wonder if they ever found out who she was. Belonged to a woman aged around 30. And police believe that the case was a settling of scores between drug gangs based in the Costa del Sol. Now, what nationality, I don't know. So that's a woman that was found on the beach in Marbella. Gosh. Here's another one. Headless body washed up on a Spanish beach. Identified as a baby girl. They think that one was a migrant. Oh, no, let me find these ones. I don't want to read about baby girls' bodies found. Let's have a look at these drugs, people. I want to show you. Oh gosh, this is a bit depressing going through these images, to be honest. But I just wanted to find the image of, there was like a series of bodies found, but they'd obviously been wrapped up, weighted down, you know, so they weren't like migrants or accidental drownings. They were murders, and they thought they were to do with the drug trade. She can never find it. Let's see. Because there was one found on the beach literally not far from me. I mean, they were found on lots of different beaches. But obviously what put me off was one that was found so close to where I am. Hang on. It's always typical. You can never find what you're looking for when you're looking for it. But I found it earlier, no problem. But I didn't save it. Ah, here it is. Gosh. Right, so a little bit of a warning here, a bit of a trigger warning, because it's not nice. So here, this is how they were found. So they're obviously, you know, they're not drownings, natural drownings. They're not, what's the word? They're not, this is not an accident. You know, somebody or somebody walking into the sea. These are people that are involved in drugs, the police thought. And there were several of them. There was like a spate of all along the coast. You know, got various beaches they were found. So it's very, very worrying. As far as I know, there hasn't been any recently, but now there's been this torso found smouldering. Oh dear me, you know, just awful. So this is what I'm trying to say. So, you know, just be careful when you go on holiday. You know, Spain is a place like anywhere else, and other countries will be the same. Doesn't matter if you're going to Italy, France, whatever tourist spot you're going to, there'll be bad sides to it, because this is the nature of the world, isn't it? There are good people and bad people, and good things and bad things happen. Now, I think, you know, I don't believe for a minute that anything bad has happened to Jay. I think that Jay has got lost. I do believe, and as I say, I'll keep praying that he will be found safe and well. He might be a bit poorly. He'll certainly be shocked and panicked, but I think there's a very good chance. I'm just checking again for news. I check all the time for any news, but so hopefully today will be the day that he'll get found. So remember, he's only been gone 2 days. 2 days is not too bad. He could survive. He's a young lad, young, fit, healthy lad. And as long as he's been sensible and maybe just sat down and waited for them to find him, I'm pretty sure they will find him. Okay, so the first minute, I mean, I've got classes later, but even if I'm in class, if I get any news about Jay, I will be on to give everyone the news, because everybody wants to know about Jay. And then I will be on tonight, I'm not sure exactly what time, maybe 9 o'clock Spanish time, to talk about the Madeline Soto case. But of course, if there's been any news about Jay, I'll be giving that news as well. Okay, so thank you for all caring about Jay as well. And let's please, we just need to put our positive energy out to try, you know, pray that Jay is going to be found. But I do feel positive about this. And thank you for those of you who joined while we were on. I just want to say thank you again to Marcia and Michelle. Thank you so much. We'll greet you properly in the members live tomorrow. Tuesday and Thursday. Well, Tuesday night is the Carry On Chatting members live, and Thursday evening is the Let's Chat members live. I'm hoping that by then we'll have some good news about Jay. Hey, and if anybody is watching who knows Jay or his family, please let them know if they need any. I'm going to try and contact them anyway. If they need any interpreting, if they need any Spanish translations done, you know, to just contact me. And I mean, I'm going to try and contact them. But of course, you know, you don't want to bug them or whatever. If they want anything, any help, you know, with the dealing with the Spanish authorities or whatever, although I'm not in Tenerife, I can always speak to them on the phone. That there is a, you know, it seems like the authorities are giving them a lot of help. And she said, didn't she, his mum said, she's in touch with the embassy and they'll give a lot of help as well. So they may not need help, but I certainly will offer it. Okay, so where am I going now? Where am I going? I'm going to say goodbye, aren't I? What have I done? Sorry, I'm trying to find my way out. So I will see you very soon in the next video. And until then, as always, may your God go with you. I'm just going to put my little video on for a minute. Oh, please remember to like, and if you're not subscribed, think about subscribing because it's free. And don't forget to press your updates, the bell, so you get updates. Bye. Oh, and I nearly forgot to say, until I see you again, may your God go with you. Adios.